Fine. So we are working in this session as a structure, a global structure type under flat and nested. So nested means what? Nested structure. Like if you look at here, this is a structure. This structure have three components. EMP, date of birth, birthplace. This is first component. This is second component. Details is a third component. But date of birth and birthplace is created by using either data element or predefined type. But the third one, details, is a component actually, third component. This is created with, it is using of other structure. Other structure. Yes, this is your other. So what is the subset? Subset is this. First name, middle name, last name. So if you want to maintain personal details, under personal details, even I can bring back these two, cut and paste at the beginning level so that you will understand. See what exactly I'm going to write. Personal details. Under personal, first I want to write first name, middle name, last name. And again, date of birth and place. Right? So this is your overall. Now, that is first component details is created by you making use of another flat structure type. Another flat structure type, right? So how you can go and use it to program most important. In program, first data colon GS underscore employee type. Any name you can use it. GS means global structure. So type what? Okay. So type followed by what? I don't want to use this. I want to use ZAVK underscore EMP personal. Yes, type without typing mistake, you have to spelling mistake. You cross check like that, verify. ABAP user ABAP is editing, it's okay, no problem. But what was the problem? Editing is okay, it is inactive. This is, we have to make it as activate. Active objects only can be used in that. So only go for 2 sessions, don't create too many sessions. SC11, SC38, correct? So here, GS employee, type this, correct? Now, this is use GS employee is a program object declared by data keyword. Yes, right. It uses this, but how it is going to use is the question here. We will see how to use it. GS underscore employee underscore. Directly, if I write, yes, here only 3 things are there. You can give date of birth directly, you can give, no problem. Date of birth, like some kind of 01/01/2000. But here we have to give in which format? Which format? Yes, 1980. This is the year. Yes, 80. Then 01/01 or some month and date. That like this. Right, GS underscore employee hyphen. Yes. Only 3 things are coming here. Date of birth and birthplace. Birthplace only it is shown. Birthplace. Okay. Yes. So, okay, birthplace I'm writing as a Jharkhand. Right. Now, I want to give first name, middle name, last name. You cannot give that names directly. This is only the important observation. you have only three things. Details, go to details. Hmm. Again, yes, this is the step-by-step approach. This is only important for you. Okay, yes, level by level approach. GS employee hyphen details hyphen middle name. Okay, yes, GS employee hyphen details hyphen, because details is the field, hyphen last name, right? Yes, this is your. So you want to change the order as per the SC11 order. So first name, then after that date of birth, after that this, right? So here the first name is, because I am giving the similar example, just take middle name and the last name is surname, correct? Yes. Yes. Okay. Go to, yes. Okay. Clear? You want to print also. You want to print the things. Same approach you have to use it. So write statement GS employee hyphen same thing, because you have to observe employee date of birth. You can print it directly. Employee, okay, yes, employee hyphen. What next? Yes, this is your birthplace also you can. So now you want to write these things. First you have to write details followed by your first name and last name and middle name. You have to print it. Yes. So this is your approach. Right. Yes. So you want to print it in the this order as per declaration order. Then go to similar order. So here end with period. So you have to know, you are aware of how to make use of this document. So now, if you want me to write, yes, right. This is the, it is printing along with the date, date of birth, and as well as your native place also, all those birthplace, something like that. Correct? Whatever. So now, if you look at the picture-wise explanation goes in this way. What is that? First, flat structure. In SC11, there is a one, yes, right. SC11 is this. I have two structures, flat structure, nested structure. Let us take first flat structure. What is flat structure? This is my flat structure, right? In this flat structure, I have only three fields. Yes, first name, right, middle name, then, because why I am again they are coming to the picture explanation also. Finally, we'll come to know this is your SC11 structure. But when it is used in the program in SC38, because I am not, this is your SC38 program, correct? SC38 program. What was our program explanation? The data colon GEMP type GAVK underscore EMP details. Right. So as fundamentally we know that program can use the declarations of yes, correct. So that's all. As a result, what happens in memory is important. So the ZEMP gets created like this. Yes, ZEMP gets created. Yes, this is important in the memory. Yes, it is actually it is not why here ZEMP is not required. Y and Z is required for what? Y and Z is required for only SC11, right? In SC38 is there YZ required. So this Z also I'm going to removing it. So if you remove this Z only EMP type, so that is your EMP is the structure name. Yes, it is created by making use of this. So it is created with three fields. Yes. So it is created with three fields. Okay. So now if you look at this is your first name, then this is your middle name, then last name, right? And so on. Right. So you should not get confused because I am revising this again and again to make you to concept foundation compulsory. Because in SC11, this is a structure actually. This structure is a collection of first name, middle name, last name is a component. There is no memory in SC11. But when it comes to SC38 EMP is a structure as a data object by making use of this so that EMP hyphen first name, EMP hyphen middle name, EMP hyphen last name through you can assign the value, you can go for write statement also. This hopefully you understand it. But when it comes to the second one, what is that second one? This is a flat structure example. Then in SC11, just now I created it, ZAVK underscore EMP personal. This uses three fields. This uses three fields. What are the three fields? First field name is okay, date of birth. Date of birth. Second field name is okay, birthplace or native place. The third one is yes, other details. What are the details? Name details. So you are writing okay name. Just I am writing name, but this name uses internally the above yes this one, correct, because name is not a single field. It is a combination of three fields. Okay. First, it is bifurcated into subdivision, name subdivision. That's why it is nested levels. Why nesting? First name, middle name, last name. Because see, why we are separating? Because if you want to only name anywhere, use this structure. If you want to name with date of birth and birthplace, use this structure. This is the difference. Okay, got it? So I'm going to use this one in the program. Like data EMP1 type G AVK underscore EMP personal. Clear? EMP personal. Right. If you look at what is the picture for this. So picture is this. Here it is. This is most important. So how does your nested structure looks? Nested structure, the name is EMP. Okay. Name is EMP1. You have to be more quickly connect to how I am using under. This is created with 3 fields. First one is first one, second one, and third. But the difference is this. First one is hmm, first one is this date of birth, DOB, date of birth. Second component is birthplace, that is your, it becomes second field. But the last one is not directly. Last one is this. Okay, it is nested structure. So nested structure is structure within structure is called a nested structure. It is subdivided into another 3 again. That is your first name, middle name, and last name. So in this case, this is called as a name. Overall, it is called as a name. Name is the third component, but it is referring to another above them. So this is your, okay. So first name, and the second one is middle name, third one is last name, etc. Okay, yes. Got it? Nested structure example. How you are going to refer it. So when you want to, flat is very simple, easily you can use it. When it comes to this one, only important, what is important, how you refer it, EMP1 hyphen DOB, directly you can assign a value because that is there. Even EMP1 hyphen birthplace also you can assign a value directly. But EMP1 hyphen name hyphen first name. Okay, this is your first name, middle name, last name, etc. Yes, because you have to write nested concept is this. A structure name hyphen field name hyphen further field names. You have to write it. So fine. This is another example. So with this knowledge, we will go and refer to the SE. Okay, 1 second. Revision, quick revision. We will do it so that you will understand these pictures. If I go to 10_2, yes. Now, if I revise it, you will understand the real stuff. Like if you go to the data types in ABAP dictionary, first topic. So, data types. Data types are flat, nested, deep. Right. So, we'll go to the next slide. So, AC11, you have to observe this now. So, here the domain is the base. Domain is used in data element. Data element can be used in program. Data element can be used in table field or structure components. Okay. Yes. Because if you look at the structure versus table, structure is a collection of component, table is a collection of fields. But in program, you can use structure also directly, you can also table also directly, because simply we can use it. So go to data element, that is not required for us, flat structure. So if you go to flat structure, example is this. Now, structure is a collection of components. Each component can use data element or view field or table field, or this is this way. When it comes to the program SE38 right side, you can declare a WA. W means a work area. Work area can be declared by using of this SE11. Even you can create a deep type also, deep structures also, that is related to internal tables. So if you go to, this is your usage of simple structures. Simple structure is nothing but plain structure. Okay. So now, right, this is the example just now I explained. So you have to be more clear with SC11 dictionary address. So if you say simply address, address is bifurcated into street, zip code, and city, isn't it? So address. In SC11, address structure is created and activated. How it can be used in program is important. In program data, WAADR. WAADR is work area. Type address. Yes, type address. So that work area can use hyphen is a separator. Work area is created by making use of street, zip code, and city. Now work area hyphen street, work area address hyphen zip code, work area address hyphen city. So hyphen through you can directly assign the value, you can print also. This is plain, simple, flat structures usage is very simple, right? Because going forward, we will use these things only in the programs. You should not confuse. Quickly at that time, I don't find a time to explain. That's why I'm revising again. Now, if you go to the nested structure, look at SC11 first, SC38 next. In SC11, this is a book. Book means dictionary. Dictionary means it is a collection of many pages. So here you can see left and right many pages. If you open the dictionary like this, you will find many structures, and under that you will find one of the nested structure also. In nested structure, person, person or employee, person having two types of details, name details, address details. But name details again bifurcated into first name, middle name, last name, like that. Address details are subdivided into street, zip code, postal code, and city. Right? This is nested levels. Name under name, name uses another structure, address uses another structure. Another structure is a part of the current structure. That is, name is a part of person structure, address is a part of person structure. So if you go to data, work area PERS, that is person type person. Now you can use this approach. Okay, work area hyphen work area hyphen name hyphen first name, work area hyphen name hyphen last name, work area address hyphen street, work area address hyphen zip code, work area address hyphen city. This is your nested levels. Okay, deep type and all we will talk later. So this is your quick revision of. If you go back to the SC38 program, SC38. In SC38, so now we have to go to the data objects, particularly complex data objects. This is your current topic. Yes, current topic. So now, if you look at this slide, yes, this is most important. See, first slide itself, SC11 slide is given here. So this slide you have to understand very closely, carefully also, because if you look at SC11 first, SC38 next. This slide covers everything. Let's open this ABAP dictionary book. If you look at ABAP dictionary, you'll find three types of types: elementary type, structure type, and table types. Elementary type. So data element is a simple elementary type. Okay. It's data element through we can create a variable in the program. Okay, but structure, this is not a structure, it is a structure type. So structure type is BC400 SPLite. Is a structure. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total six components are there in SC11. Correct? When it comes to the program, left side, SC38 program, data keyword. Data keyword is a declarative statement. GS flight is a global structure, GS structure. Then type followed by data type. This data type is from SC11 data type. SC11 structure type, BC400 underscore SPLite. Okay. So as a result, total how many? 6 in SC11 structure type, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In SC38 program, when you execute it, in the memory written, you look at this down arrow, result memory is this. GS flight is the memory. In memory, it is creating 6 fields. Car ID, con ID, FL date, flight date, maximum seats, occupied seats, percentage. So, this slide covers what? Definition of structures with global type. Okay. So because what is the meaning of dictionary? Dictionary, everything is global scope. That's why dictionary definitions are indirectly we are calling it as a global declaration. We don't declare it here. All the things we created, either SAP created or we created and activated. If something is there that is in SC11, that is global. In SC38, this is the how it can be used. If you have to observe, this is arrow written here. This arrow meaning is what? It is a bidirectional arrow, double-headed arrow. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Means program uses dictionary, dictionary uses program. What is the meaning? That means something is there actively in SC11, it can be used in program. That is one of the way. Reverse, in SC38, I want to declare it. I can go and make use of the SC11 active objects, active dictionary objects. I can use it. That's why it is double-headed arrow bidirectional. Go to next level. Yes, local, global. This is local. So see why slide is introduced. I introduced in one way, SAP introduced in another way. What I did, I introduced local first, then global next. But SAP said that global first, local next. Because local usage is very less. Global only most of the time we are using. And if you observe it, sometimes they are using the word declaration, sometimes they are using the word called as definition. What is the meaning? Declaring a local structure type. How do you declare a local structure type? Types colon, begin of, end of. Okay, it is global type. That's why they are writing it as GTY underscore GTY underscore. GTY underscore S underscore. S underscore means structure type. TY means type, S means structure. G means global, TY means type, S means so global structure type. Global structure type of flight info. That is the meaning. That red color meaning is this. Okay, global structure type by using char ID, con ID, char ID, char name, con ID, FL date, percentage types. What is second step? Data. Definition of a structure variable. So data colon GS. What is GS? Global structure. See, this is global type, this is global structure. So you should not misunderstand, sir, this is in SC38. How come it is a global? Actually, it is global meaning is all top declarations are act like a global. There are some local declarations are there at the time. I'll introduce LTY underscore or LS underscore. That will talk at subroutines or function models will come to know. Okay, time being you remember two things. Program declarations are SC11 SC11 dictionary objects. Okay. So if you go to data GS flight info, type GTYS flight info. As a result, what happens? GS flight info uses the above local structure type. That's why this char ID is a component, but it becomes GS flight info first field. Char name is the second component. It becomes GS flight info second field. Similarly, con ID, similarly, flight date and percentage also. These are all the fields, right? This is another type. GS char type S char. Okay, what is that? If you look at yes, SC11, okay, these are all the tables, flight tables. S char is a table. S flight is a table, right? So now, what are you using this? So if you go to SC11, SCARR, this is a table, flight table. This holds a small table, MNDT, char ID, char name, currency code, URL. So this is holding this type of details. If you look at AA, American Airlines, US dollars, AB, Air Berlin, euros, Air Canada, Air France, what is AZ? Alitalia, Alitalia, British Airways, Continental Airlines, Delta Airlines, Air Pacific, Japan Airlines, Lufthansa, Northwest, Qantas, South Area, Singapore Airlines, United Airlines, etc. Because these are all the airlines details. Okay, simple. So here, if you come back to our program, a variable GSCAR type SCAR. So that is SCAR is holding how many fields? How many fields? 1, 2, 3, 4. So GS SCAR also created with 1, 2, 3, 4. Char ID. Here two things you have to observe. Now, what is that? LH. LH stands for Lufthansa Airways. In Lufthansa here, call method. Because select query is achieved by using call method. So we are passing, importing and exporting. That is exporting Lufthansa Airlines and getting the remaining result. Con ID, char name, currency code, URL details. Finally, you can print this way. Main DTL, char ID, char name, currency code, and URL is going to print. So how you are going to access the structure components? This explanation already given. How does move corresponding works between two structures also completed. Identical, moving the values between identical. This is your structure as a data object. You have a separate in debugger, separate tab is given to go for the particular. Yes. So if you look at that particular program, a debug mode, if you check it out, you will come to know program with nested program debugging for a moment. Because that's what developer approach is. Whatever thought comes, you have to explore. Suppose if you go to first this program quickly, I want to show something because in debugger you have to observe something. It's first a flat example. Flat through, we will go to debugger quickly. So for every change, activation is must back. So if you go to execute debugging, you have to notice one thing. Okay, you come to back, return twice, we reach to our program, go to desktop 3 and come to our program, GSEMP. So GSEMP is you just observe here, GSEMP is a structure flat, char like. Okay, that what is the meaning is, it is a flat structure by making use of this. Okay, flat structure. So it looks like this. If you go to here, you can find it structure name field list. So it is flat structure 120. Char like, okay, 120. Yes. So now middle, okay, here you can see the data type and bracket length and all. So you are clear with this, go back. But how does the nested example? Nested example, we will wait, come back, test this the result, right. Now we will see this in debug mode once. Program execute debugging. First back, again back. Now we are start of selection. Yes. Okay. Here AVK personal. Double click on this. Double click on this. GS employee. Here GS employee. Here it is not showing flat structure now. This is what you have to observe. Earlier it was flat char like, but now it is not giving. It is giving structure. Technical type is flat char like. What is this earlier 120, 126 and all? I'll tell you later. Yes. Suppose if you go to here, this is going to be EMP person. If you want to go for deep evaluation, double click. Double click, yes, this is important. Go to this GS field list, yes. Here, you just expand it because debugger date of birth is straightforward date 8, birthplace is char 20. These are all straightforward. But what is this plus icon came? This is only important because the details is a fee component. It is uses another flat structure. So this is the flow. In debugger, you will find this approach. Details subdivision is first name, middle name, last name. Okay. Yes. That means you cannot refer to the first name, middle name, last name directly. You have to use hyphen separators. Very, very, very important things. Because in the tomorrow, if you go to work for HR module or any module, lot of nested structures we have to work in the program. So at that time, you should not get confused. So this is your explore of completed. Slide revision also over. Now we will go back to our basic topic. That is nothing but our, yes. I'm going to use this, our SE38. Yes. If you are there from this, examples, we will see these examples where our data objects declaration happens. Okay, so this is our architecture. Directly we can skip. Okay, here slowly we will proceed from this place. Because SAP standard PDF also covers the in detail discussion of the structures. So these are all okay, methods and all. After we will revise those things later. Control statement, call statements, database statements, data types versus objects, right? Like now you just try to read this particular this. If you required, note down it is in page number 58. Yes, because you have to know the structures. Structures are a user-defined sequence of the data types. It's fully defined, defines the data object. You can enter access this. This is this SAP explanation. Slowly you have to observe it with the examples through, because uh, they are mixing of data objects. Okay. Oh, these things. This- to those are already covered. But I'm more interested into how this data types versus data objects creation happens in the two basics which are already covered. We have already used, discussed. Yes, okay, this approach. But if you refer this now, you will understand more clear now because you are familiar with slowly day to day we are getting into the subject, right? You will understand. Initially it was confused. Yes, now if you look at types versus objects, data types versus data objects, data types are classified as, okay, what are the data types and object types. Okay, data types are bifurcated into elementary type, complex types, and a reference type. Forget about elementary types, directly come to the complex types. Complex types are bifurcated into structure type and table type. This is your data type clarification. Look at right side color objects. Objects are classified into data objects and as well as data objects versus class objects also. Then you can go with right side. If you see, these are all the objects. If you declare a variable with type C, it become a character variable. Text field, numeric field, type N, date field, time field. Fields means variables. Okay, hexadecimal field, IFP fields. Now, if you go to string, also already over complex data types. So you have to understand this complex data types versus complex data objects. Complex types are bifurcated into structure type and table types. Complex data objects are bifurcated into structures and tables, internal tables. So forget about internal tables, we'll talk later. Time being, structure type versus structures. So structure type is a data type, which is a complex type. And it can be local or global. Local in program, global in SC level. If you look at structures, Structures are a data objects, complex data objects, which are always declared by data keyword. Where these structures you can declare it within a C38 program or within a C38 function module or a C24 class builder, global class. Inside you can declare data objects, or else in the forms also you can declare data objects. Okay. So wherever you write data colon, it become a data object. This is what the clarity overall. So you can go to because this is a foundation, fundamentals. Ultimately, you should not get confused. The yes. So explanation is given here. Again, complex type schemes. Under complex types, structures, flat and nested. Okay, yes. Then data types. So internal tables, yes. This is your actual picture. So what is this? Okay, first is number one, simple variable. Oh, okay, zero. It is a variable. One is a flat structure. What is two? Two is a kind of internal table with single column. Then what is three? Three is a internal table with seven rows and columns. What is four? Four is a four is a structure with nested structure. Example is four. Nested structure example. One is flat structure. Fourth is nested structure. Five is a deep structure. Yes. Sixth is deep structure, next level, nested levels. All these things you have to confuse. But because variables very simply anyone will understand it easily. Whereas structures also you have to catch. Flat and nested today I introduced example. Internal tables onwards, I'll come to the deep structures later. So, so you know this very clear, predefined local and global. There is a type group topic is pending in SC11. We'll come back later. This is already covered stuff, plain, almost all the things. Now, if you go to the local, type followed by type addition or like addition. Local types you can create this way. Okay, yes, types T, yes, etc. If you go to types, a types colon means you are declaring local types within program. You okay, reference type we'll see later. Complex type. Types T type are like structure types. This is structure type. Data types colon begin of end of. Chain statement. Yes, this is two things. Begin of end of through you can. So look at this example. Slowly look at this example. Types colon SPFLI surname begin of address end of address. So this is a mix of both town also. That is they are adding this is a it is creating total SPFLI table. Okay, it is surname is type C, all mix is there. This example cover town type address city. Okay, and address covers. So nested levels. All one example covers everything. Okay. If you go to these things you have to evaluate now because SAP gives lot many different. So now if you observe types and types, this is okay. Actually once your basics are clear, you can catch it very easily. What is types? Types means data type. Okay, begin of end of. Begin of struct 1, end of struct 1. Very good. That is, it is a structure type. This outer structure type is having call 1 as a component, first component. But second component is again inside one more structure is there, one more structure type. That is, it's a kind of nested. That is, struct 1 is outer structure, struct 2 is inside structure type. Call 1, call 2. Okay. So what is nested? One in another. That is, this struct 2 is a part of struct 1. That's why it is a nested structure type example. Okay. Yes, these type of things also you can come across. Like, what is this? This is again a type. Usage of struct 1 hyphen struct 2 hyphen call 2. So this you have to catch now. If you want to refer to call 2, you have to refer first outer structure type, then inside struct 2, then after that this. Go to this example. Surname, street and all. Okay. These examples, many examples are there. So you have to be more clear with address example, phone list examples, etc. Okay, types, table types, we'll talk later. Yes, these are all the three global things. Okay, yes, next. If you go to these are all completed. Yes, again. Okay, yes, this example also you should not get confused. Sometimes we use complete either table or structure because in SC11 was small further explanation, missing pending explanation here. Yes, what is KNA1? Because okay, KNA1 is a table, right? Or SCAR is a table, right? So the table is having structure definition first, data next, correct? That is the reason. Hmm. If you go to science. Hmm. So KNA1. If I open KNA1, first it is a table. Table have definition first, 209 fields. So if I go to program, if I write data WA KNA1, type KNA1 means that WA will get all 209. But it can be open in here also. But still, this is same. What is it? It is table only. So each table have a definition first. So that forget about data definition. So both KNA1 is a table also, KNA1 is a structure also. Okay. So in program, what happens? Your program declaration can use direct KNA1 also, KNA1 independent fields also. That depends on our requirements through, we will use it. You should not get confused. Okay. If I go to just like today, we have created some kind of this one. What is it? Some kind of some so many fields are there. So many sorry, so many these are all created by someone. ZB1 customer, B1 customer, Kunarland one name. Very simple. So this is a structure. Actually, this is written as a structure. It is a structure type, collection of components. SAP itself confused this terminology. So this is actually defined as a structure type. but you can open this even in table level also. Yes, but this original object is structure only. So just like a KNA1 is can be used in program, similar way, this GB1 customer also you can use it in programs directly. Okay. Yes. You know basic. I will give one more example for basic. If I use KNA1, if I use SI underscore KNA1, SI underscore KN, what is the difference? If I use KNA1 in my program, I will get 209 fields. But if I use only SIKN1 in my program, I will get only 140 fields. Clear? Yes, this is the difference. Which one you want it? This SIKN1 is included into KN1. So because depends. I want only the simple general data of the customer details, use this. Okay, no, I want a complete, okay, complete master data details, then go to here. So both are actively available. We can make use of both in programs. Okay. So that's what call 1, 2, 3. So we can. So one example is this: types, data, assignment. Okay. So WA type, structure type. This structure type is using struct. What is this struct? STRUCT. That struct is there in SC11 or not, I don't know. STRUCT. Even see. Even but now it is there. Struct as a data element is there. Okay. It is not a, it is what? It is a kind of care one only. Reporting along with this. So fine. Okay. So this type of things you have to catch and work overall. So overall, if you look at any syntaxes are also, you should not get confused because try to recollect our basic uh, fundamental basics accordingly. You have to go to type addition, like addition also. Yes, referring to what? Like through. So if you go to the data objects, okay, these are all about your variables now. Data statement. Data statement through they have given several examples. You should not get confused. See, we are basically types and data. Struct types, begin of struct, end of struct. This is work area struct, type struct. So work area will get number underscore one, number underscore two. One is integer, second one is pen. So this way you can quickly evaluate. Okay, yes. Lot of example programs are given. You can refer it. Yes, data structure as a data object. Begin of and end of. Yes, this is your begin of address, end of address. Practical example. Okay, so this is the way you can go and work with programs directly. Okay, this is your overall topic. Done. So now there are some other examples are also given. You when usage comes, you should not get confused. Suppose this is the flow. Still, you should not confuse types. Okay, types. Address, begin of address, end of address, begin of phone list, end of phone list. Okay. Even type phone list. So that is, it is a structure created by making use of this local structure type, phone list. Okay. This way you can analyze it, because with a lot of examples describe a purpose, they have given so many examples. But still, fundamentally, we are clear. That's why we can work with. This is very simple, fundamental example. Data text 1 to number, declaring, assigning, printing. Simplified example. Elementary data object example, variables example. If we go to these types, my text, my amount, text and amount, 4 by 3, 4 by 3, can print text and amount, basic example. If you go to the demo of structure example, so report demo structure. So copy this, copy, come back to SAP SC38, SC38 demo underscore structure. Open it. It's not there. Oh, this is not there. But some built-in exam report space demo structure. Okay, fine, no problem. Some built-in examples. So now you should be in a position to evaluate this program. Types, data. So if you have confusion, copy this program till here. Copy this. Go to our program, our SC38. Yes, this is my program. Okay, comment it. Okay. Now, just we'll go with SAP example. First, you do pretty printer. So that now you have to take this program. This is, it is SAP example program. It is not mine. How do you take into your control? I will tell you. Yes, if you go to types colon, yes, move towards inside, so that try to understand slowly, and if required, you can debug it also. So this is your begin of and end of. Now you have clear. Yes, this is your my list. Under my list, you have this, right. This way you can move all the fields at a time. Yes, go to end, give some gap, right. Data, yes, give some gap. So first try to understand declaration. List my list. Where is my list? This is my list. Then where is name? See, data object list uses my list. But my list of the first component uses name. Name is title, first name, last name, right? So one example covers lot of meaningful explore. Yes. So you have to understand. List hyphen number you can give because this is directory. But list hyphen client hyphen title, list hyphen client first name, last. This is my example. Just like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, I gave the example. Similar example. So you can go with title, the first name, print name, you can number, list number. So this is SAP example also, you can evaluate this way. Correct? Same thing. Okay, that's all for today's almost done. Internal tables and all will continue from tomorrow onwards.